These are real people, not actors.
Hi, and welcome to a Farmer's Helpline. Are you feeling tired? Maybe your knees ache.
Yes, my back as well as many other joints have been aching, and I'm afraid it's because of my exhausting farming lifestyle.
Well, maybe you should look into foraging. Foraging had a very healthy diet which consisted of meat and plants, and it was the longest lasting lifestyle in human history. Foraging also has a lot more free time for you to do art and storytell and dance and sing, and overall, since you have a lot of free time, this lifestyle wasn't very exhausting, which would put a lot less pressure on your joints, causing them not to ache as much.
That sounds amazing, but I'm also worried about diseases and sicknesses that have been going around my town recently. Many people are catching these colds, and I'm getting pretty worried.
That sounds really familiar. Anyways, foraging had a lot less sickness and disease, which made them a lot healthier.
Another thing is, I'm not getting all the opportunities I want, and I really want to change that.
With foraging, gender roles were a lot more equal and less prejudiced. For example, food collection was split up and not overbearing, so everybody would have an opportunity to provide for their families.
That sounds great and all, but I'm still concerned about racism in my town. A lot of people see different races as unequal and would even force people to work on farms with little to no pay just because of their race.
Foragers depended a lot on sharing, therefore racism didn't really get in the way very much. It wasn't a very big factor in terms of sharing, so foragers would rather share with each other than result in such inhumane acts like racism.
That's great to hear. I'm a little worried about my complex diet, and I fear that I'm not getting all the vitamins I need. This problem is a very common problem among my lifestyle.
Foragers also had a diet which consisted of meat and plants and supplied them in a lot of nutrient-rich food instead of empty calories such as starches and potatoes like farmers grew. Overall, foragers were a lot healthy and healthier. Even though many people think that farming was a lot more sufficient because it grew a lot more food and a lot faster pace, however, farming led to a lot of health issues because of these empty calories and the introduction of things like sugar, and due to this, they had a very poor diet.
That's exactly what I need. Looks like I'm switching to foraging, and I suggest that you do too.
Well, if you're not afraid of a 30% chance of being murdered, come join us and forage!
This infomercial was brought to you by Peyton and Sabrina, with information from phys.org, document number 11 from the Richard Lee excerpt, What Hunters Do for a Living, and document number 8 from the Mark Nathan Cohen excerpt, Health and the Rise of Civilization. Background music brought to you by One Direction's What Makes You Beautiful. Please consider switching from farming to foraging today.